What's up, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, back again. It's WWE 2K20 time, and we got a pretty sweet package coming here because we are going to be looking at the unboxing of the collector's edition for SmackDown. Now, one of the cool things about this is that there are one of three different collector's cards in here. You can get Ray, you can get Kurt Angle, and you can get Edge. And we have a quick draw, which random happenstance. We'll see what we get inside of here. Thank you guys for joining us. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I want to thank 2K for actually sending me the collector's edition early, letting me go out to play the game early. And after this video, we're going to be checking out this game. And then we're going to be doing our honest opinions review of WWE 2K20, what I was able to play at the playtest when I got to go play, got to go record, and I'll give you all my thoughts, good, bad, ugly, on the game. But again, shout outs to 2K for sending me out, letting me check out an early copy of the game, play it, put some videos up on the channel. Let's go. So without further ado, let's take a look at this collector's edition. So there's a lot to get inside of here. As you see on the back, there's a lot of stuff included in the SmackDown 20th version of this game. As you see, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's the game, there's some super card content, there's Bump in the Night DLC, there's a ring mat collector's thing, there's a collector's signature, and then there's the DLC stuff that you're getting with this as well. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and take a look at it. Ooh, nice little sleeve here, love it, cool, great, fantastic. Let's take a look at some of the artwork on here. We got a little bit of Rock and Sock, John Cena, Edge and Christian, King Booker, another Edge, Roddy Piper, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, a little bit of the DX Express blowing up. We got Eddie Guerrero, we got Brock and Kurt Angle, and we got Hogan and Edge, by the way, if you ever want to know. Who was Hulk Hogan's tag partner when he won the tag team titles? The only time he was tag team champion was Hogan and Edge. Fun stuff. We got Daniel Bryan, New Day, The Undertaker, Becky, John Cena again, AJ Styles, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rock Hogan. We got Eddie Guerrero. We got Rey Mysterio and Barack. And then we got Kurt Angle and John Cena. It's kind of hard to see, but there it is. It looks kind of clean. I like how it's like shiny and stuff. It's cool as far as collectors. Then we got Rey over here. We got Daniel Bryan. We got Randy Orton. We got The Rock. And on the other side, we got, who's that? Eddie Guerrero, Matt Hardy. Is that Matt Hardy? Matt Hardy kissing Eddie Guerrero's car. Is that a thing? Apparently it was. Hogan, Mr. America. Ooh, brother. Edge and Christian. And then Mark Henry throwing Rey Mysterio over there. Look at that. Look at that. Look how clean that is. It just makes my face all green and shiny. I love it. All right. So let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy here and take a look at it. First and foremost, we do have the game, the collector's edition of the game here. I actually put the disc in my console now, so I don't have it, but I haven't looked at the rest of the stuff. I just took the game out. That was the first thing they do. So you get a collector's edition of the game right there. You open it up, you got your super card content, which I will not hopefully don't show the QR code there of the super card content. This is the Becky the Man and Roman the Man season 5 SummerSlam 19 tier stuff, and then one card back. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a 2K20 card back. There it is. All right. Then we have the downloadable content code, which gives you all the downloadable content that you're getting for the deluxe edition, the SmackDown playable superstars, the originals, the accelerator, and the My Player Kickstart, all right there on the back. The code is right there. Let's not show that off. And then we got a nice little manual here, which I'm hoping, no, they don't. I was going to say, I was hoping they would give you the new control scheme here, but they do not. It is not included in there. That's okay. So we'll put all this content back in here. Cool stuff. Cool for cats. All right. There it is. Make sure it's real. Then we have another little nice piece of stuff here, and we have the more supercard content, which the QR code is covered up. This is the Rock and Sock supercard content season 5. So you guys wanted that. There it is, season 5, SummerSlam 19 season 5 tier. So the Rock, you're getting 2 Mankind cards, 2 The Rock cards, 1 Mr. Sacco support card. Cool stuff. Cool beans right there. All right, next we have a little bit of a... Let's open this. Let's open the smaller one, and then we'll open the bigger one. I think smaller, bigger. I think the bigger one might be the part that gives you the autograph. Is it Kurt Angle? Or is it Rey Mysterio? Or is it Edge? That's what we want to know. So let's open this. I'm trying to open it as nice as possible, as not to destroy any boxes. I really dislike destroying packages. This is like a collector's edition, so we should collect it, and let's open it nicely. Can we do this as nice as possible? Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. I'm trying. I should have brought some scissors in here, but I didn't. All right, there it is. Got it. Clean. It is nice and clean and so fresh and so clean. Ooh, okay. Okay. So this right here is going to be a part of the ring mat, I believe. Woo, let's look. So there it is. We have the 2K20. It's one of those collectors, so it's like the plastic, hard plastic thing. And then we got the SmackDown ring skirt 2002 through 2008. Number 22773 out of 30,000. Right there. There it is. There it is. Woo! Look at that. Here's the rings. This is it right here. So this looks like it was taken from the apron itself. Just a little bit of the apron. I wish I would have had like an S or a little color or something. But I literally just have like this tinfoil looking thing. And there's the collectors. We'll probably put it in the back just to keep it and show it off. Like, I should probably just like throw it right there or something, so it's always in shot. You can always see that. Ooh, that's bad on camera. The glare, how about that? That's a little bit better, but it's kind of hard to see. But we'll leave that right there for you. And then we have, which is the most prized possession here. Ooh, love it. I love the little watermark here. Okay. So we're going to open this up. And this is the autograph, I believe. And it's another collector's edition autograph. So it's not just on a little 8x10 or something. It's actually nice and framed. Yo! Here it is. It is Kurt Angle. Call me Kurt Angle. Call me Kurt Angle. I'm kind of bummed that you couldn't pick which one you wanted. I would have picked like Rey Mysterio. But Kurt Angle will do. Kurt Angle will do. There you go. There's Kurt freaking Angle. Kurt Angle says, SmackDown episode 334, January 13, 2006. A returning Kurt Angle captures the World Heavyweight Championship in a 20-man battle royale. Epic battle royale this was. There it is. The Kurt Angle edition. And I will probably put this in the back as well. So we have this for all eternity. You know what I should do? So I should put it right here somewhere. I mean, you can't really see it then. I need to move this picture of Daniel Bryan because you can't really see the picture of Daniel Bryan anymore. What if I put it there and got rid of this Daniel Bryan photo? We might. I had a 2K19 Daniel Bryan autograph here. Ooh, I'm not breaking everything. Give me something to break. See, I have this Daniel Bryan autograph, which is cool. But I might actually trade it out, put this one right here, and call it a day. Kurt Angle. Call me Kurt Angle. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do that for the time being. I think we will. All right, guys. I think we will. Let's go ahead and put everything back in its original packaging. I'll leave those in the back, though. And then I'll put the collector's edition somewhere behind me as well. Just so we have it, you know, just to keep track of everything. I like to keep everything in its original packaging and keep it nice and pristine. That's what you do around here, right? You keep everything clean and pristine. I think so. So let's slide this sleeve over here and move on. And move on to the part that you guys probably want to know. And that is the honest review. The honest opinions of WWE 2K20. Can I get this back in? Why does this not want to go in? There we go. Got it back in. There's the collector's edition for SmackDown. If you guys do enjoy this, well, there it is. Let me know if you guys are getting this collector's edition. And without further ado, let's jump in to the review. Now we're going to get into the fun part, and that is a review of WWE 2K20. I was invited to fly out and actually check out the game in Vegas. Got to go to SmackDown, got to check out the game, talk to some superstars, and have a good time. It was a pretty good experience. I will thank 2K on that. I love getting together with the creators and just like hanging out with the people that love this game and play it, and people like Chris Danker, Pulse, Macho, Luge, the Vibe House. There's a lot of people that were involved in this. I'm sure I forgot people like Murphs and like Johnny from New Legacy Inc. There's a whole bunch of people, but that's another day for another discussion. But I want to thank 2K again for sending me out, and I want to just let you know that they did let me check out the game early, and I played an early version of the game, so some of the features weren't in the game, but that's okay. That's to be expected when you're coming out to preview a game. Not everything's gonna be done right now, so that's okay. So I wanted to go down through each category and kind of break down what's good, what's bad, and just go through the modes more specifically. And then I'll give you like my final verdict on what I think of the game. And I'll let you know if you should buy it. So first off, the first thing that you will want to jump into is the MyCareer. I think MyCareer is lit. I think that there's a lot that goes into the MyCareer. I think if you like the 2K19 MyCareer, you're going to love the 2K20 MyCareer. It's more extended. There's a lot more to do. It's longer. There's a male and a female version of this, and that's pretty cool. One of the negatives about it is the graphics. Anybody that aren't real wrestlers that were scanned into the game, like Jerry Lawler looks really good in the MyCareer, in the game, and just all part of the game because he was scanned for this game. But then you get like people that are like in your high school that are just like, I call them NPCs, but I guess they're not really. But any of the NPCs are like people that aren't scanned for this game, like wrestlers that were scanned for this game, like a Matt Riddle or something, or Keith Lee look really good. They don't look as good, and that's a bummer. The other thing is the hair physics are really bad in the game, so that's something as well. And you notice it in the MyCareer also is the hair physics. So that's just something I wanted to put out there. So MyCareer is super fun. I think it's a great single player experience. I think it's probably one of the biggest features that they put in the game, and it really does shine. Going on to the next new feature in the game is the 2K Originals. And I really do like the 2K Originals. I just think there needs to be a little bit more added to it. So with the 2K Originals, you get to play as a bunch of zombie characters. There's a bunch of Bray Wyatt, the Fiend characters if you pre-ordered the game. There's a bunch of fun, cool, crazy, off-the-wall stuff. And you have cool arenas, and you have a bunch of crazy stuff to do. The big problem is, though, right when I get into it, I'm expecting to have some sort of story or cutscenes or whatever, but it's like text-based storytelling. So there's a picture on the screen, and then there's text under it, then another picture and text under it, and it kind of takes away from the immersion of it, I will say, because if there was a story, I would get immersed into it and like be like, okay, so I'm into this. But they didn't do it that way because they have the text on the screen and they're telling the story that way. I'm just conditioned with the WWE games to get that story, but we didn't get that story. So it was like, there's no like voiceover or like actual in-game cutscene kind of thing. So it's just like text on the screen, which again, other games have done this before, but I just expect it with this and we didn't get it. So that's it. I really like it. One of the things that I think people will be thrown off with the originals is that you have to actually beat the towers to unlock stuff. So to get the Fiend, you have to beat the Bump in the Night Fiend tower, and then you will unlock stuff with it. I think a lot of people think, oh, I buy it, I get it, and I can play as it, but that's not how it works. You actually have to go through and unlock this stuff as you play it, and that's what I'm thinking. A lot of people are going to be kind of thrown aback from it because it's like, I want all this, but I can't get it right now because you have to wait. And that's all it is. You just kind of have to wait a little bit, and once you unlock it, it'll be there. But the Fiend Bray Wyatt stuff isn't that long. You can actually beat it in like 15 minutes most, I think. And then when you do that, you're good to go. Next is the towers. That's another thing. One thing that they did do in the towers is it gave you a lot more towers. They have the Roman Reigns tower, which is that story tower, and then you have a bunch of other towers. One of my favorite towers is a tag team tower where you have to face two different versions. So like two Ric Flairs, you're facing them, two Undertaker, stuff like that. You're going through this tower to unlock it. So again, there's a lot more towers, but I don't think they really improved on the towers themselves. Like there's no wacky stuff that makes it very crazy. It's kind of just like you start with more damage, you do more finishers, you have damage to your arm, just stuff like that. It's not really anything groundbreaking, where I wish they would have like pushed the envelope here and been like, okay, we're going to do something really crazy here. But for these towers, I mean, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of towers. So that's something cool there, whether you could just go in, play these towers, and they're all there for you, and that's pretty cool. Just like a lot of towers. Next is Universe Mode. I want to talk about Universe Mode. I want to hit on that. Again, I talked about the changes they made to Universe Mode. They added more slots for matches. They've added stuff to the match table. They've added a part where you could have Raw, SmackDown, and NXT be on a pay-per-view. So they've added those quality of life updates. But as far as Universe Mode goes, there are more cutscenes. There are more voiceover dialogues for the promo stuff. But everything from 2K19 Universe Mode that you're used to is still there, and it's just the same as it would be. There's nothing really groundbreaking in Universe Mode. It's not like an overhaul of like a money system or GM mode or any of that. That's not a thing. So you're just going to get used to what the towers were, or what the online was. Online, what am I even saying? The Universe Mode. You're going to get used to what Universe Mode was in 2K19. You just have more things that you can add to your cards and edit your cards that way. One of the other cool things that I will mention, which I'll probably talk when I talk about gameplay, but it is the weapon wheel. The weapon wheel is actually a thing where you can customize this year and change the weapons in the weapon wheel. So you can use some of those crazy originals weapons that you unlock and put those in there, which is really, really cool. And yeah, that's one of those things. Also, thinking of originals, I just kind of didn't really put this in the originals. But one of the things I will mention is that when you get into one of the originals arenas, there's a hell arena where there's lava and fire and all this crazy stuff. Well, when you get multiple people in the ring and you're in the hell arena and you're doing all this stuff, the frame rate kind of drops, and that's kind of an issue. And I didn't really mention that before, but I wanted to put that out there. So if you're noticing some frame drop, at least in this early version I played, maybe they fixed it because we told them all the glitches we saw. Yeah, that was a thing. So look out for that, some of the frame rate. And it's one of those things where it's like, if you can't make it perfect, don't put it in the game. I mean, there's a great Miyamoto code that says a broken game is broken forever, but a delayed game is only delayed until it comes out. Something to that effect is that quote. But I really love that quote. So I think that more developers should take from that. Then we're going to go into Creation Suite. I didn't really get too deep into Creation Suite. Actually, when doing the MyCareer stuff, you can just hit random and then start that way. As far as creation goes, though, it's much of the same. I didn't really get into it. I mean, like, there was just like these things. You create the superstar. It looked pretty much similar to 2K19, and I didn't really get too deep into it. So I will just put that out there. I did, however, go into create an arena. I created an arena, and then when I tried to load up the arena, it crashed. The game crashed every time I tried to load the custom arena or the custom show. It just crashed. And so that's a thing that we're going to have to see if they end up fixing. I'm not sure if they will fix that. I'm sure they will. I told them about it. I said, hey, this is an issue. I can't load in my custom arena. So hopefully they did fix that. So that's one of those things that I did want to put out there, that I did try to do the custom arena stuff, loaded it up, and it crashed on me. Basically what I was doing is I was making the Hell in a Cell arena and changed the lights to red so I could do the red Hell in a Cell arena. And that's really, I couldn't do it because it crashed every time. So there it was. Then we'll get into online. Online we weren't able to access. So that's my review of online. We weren't able to access the online modes because we were playing an early version and we weren't on servers. We were on dev kits and blah, 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 blah. There. So I think I pretty much covered all the modes in the game. Let's talk about the core gameplay experience for itself. As far as match types go, there's not any new match types. The one big thing that you will notice is there are brawls and then there are backstage brawls. So the brawls are anything that takes place out of the arena, and then the backstage brawls are anything that takes place in the backstage arena. So like a brawl would be in like a movie set. Instead of being a backstage brawl, it's like a movie set you could play at. So there's just two options there. So there's that. And then we just need to get down to the nitty-gritty of the gameplay. I will say this about the game. First and foremost, the graphics. When you're looking at this game, you could tell some of the people that are scanned in the game and some of the people that aren't scanned in the game for this year. Like Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, Tommaso Ciampa. They all look really freaking amazing. But then you get people like The Rock, and even like John Cena's hair is weird because they added his hair. It looks like some of this stuff they just like pasted on top of superstars. Like John Cena's hair does not look like it fits on him. The Rock is very awful looking. All the females and the four horsewomen just look like they're sad. Like Bailey's face is very sad, and some of the hair physics that you probably saw the Bianca Belair footage where her hair is spinning and she does a hair twirl and it looks really bad. I mean, that's just an issue here. I think whatever they put in the game this year, whatever they decided to scan and put in this game this year, like new superstars they scan, like Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, all that stuff, look really, really good. Jerry Lawler probably looks the best out of anybody in the game, but that's because they scanned him for the MyCareer stuff. So I think that anybody that was scanned in the game for this year looks really good. But then if they didn't, if they're like The Rock or somebody who never gets scanned, it's like, yee, what is that? Ooh. All right. Then we'll talk about the controls because they did make the controls new. So this year we have a brand new control system. I'll kind of explain it here. So this triangle will be your reversal button now. So you kind of got to get used to that. And then right trigger, which is your modify button. So you're trying to do roll-ups now. You got to hit right trigger and circle. And then to do finishers, you're going to have to hit square and X. And then to do an alternate finisher, you right trigger, square and X. I'll kind of explain it more and deeper in a video. But for this, the controls are kind of hard to get used to. But by the end of the day, as I was playing, I would say that I literally got used to these controls. So it ain't no thing. It ain't no thing. Because I literally, after playing it, got used to the controls. And it is perfect. And it's not, what I will say about the controls is that it's not anything that I think they should have changed. They changed it because they said they were streamlining controls and making them easier, but I don't think changing the controls the way that they did streamlined it and made it better. I think it's just a different way to use the controller. That's it. That's it. I don't think it's better. I just think it's different, and that's it. So I don't think that changing controls are something that they really, really, really needed to do. So then we'll talk about the matches themselves, getting into it, playing the game, core gameplay. One of the things I did talk about was the weapon wheel, how they let you customize the weapon wheel. You can even pick a favorite weapon when you pick your superstar, which is kind of cool. I like that. That's cool. Also in the match options, you can turn off edited superstar / created superstar. So it's kind of like that fair fight thing, but you can do that right there, and I like that. And then when you get into the gameplay, I will just say this. There's a big issue with targeting. One of the things is, like, I switched my target. I think I was playing like a triple threat or a tag match, and I went to change targets, and then I ran at a guy, but I felt like I was running at nobody. Like I was trying to target somebody, but I felt like I wasn't targeting anybody. So I think there's kind of an issue with targeting, and it just feels like when you're targeting somebody, you're not targeting anybody. I don't know how to explain it, but it just didn't feel right. And then we're going to talk about hit detection because, whoa, boy, was that an issue. I felt like hit detection was real bad. I'm swinging weapons for days and I'm not connecting. Even when people are on the ground and you're swinging these weapons, I feel like hit detection is way off in this game. You're swinging, you're missing, you're kicking, you're missing, you're hitting, you're missing, you're missing, you're missing. It's just not a good thing. I just think the hit detection is something that's off on here. And yeah, they really need to take a look at that. Maybe it'll be fixed in the patch. I'm not sure, day one patch or not, but literally hit detection was off. Another thing I did notice that I will talk about is a little bit of a glitch during entrances. Some of the entrances are messed up. There's really no collision detection on entrances. So what I mean by that is one of the arenas has it's like a WrestleMania 2029 arena. And Eddie Guerrero drove his car out. I had Eddie Guerrero. He was driving his car out. He went straight through the ramp. And I've also seen footage of wrestlers walking through like barricades and stuff. And it was just a collision detection issue on entrances. I feel like there is no collision detection on the entrances. So they definitely do need to patch that in. I told them all these things, by the way. All the things that I saw, glitches that I encountered, all that. I told them, and there it was. Let's talk about the Hell in the Cell because the Hell in the Cell is a little bit different. They've added the red Hell in the Cell now. They've also added weapons to Hell in the Cell, which is pretty cool. One of the things you will notice when you pick up a table, though, you can only use a table inside of the ring. So when you pick up the table from under the ramp or under the apron, you'll pick it up under the ring, you'll shove it straight in the ring. And then when you try to shove it out of the ring, the table will just break. So use a table in there. So weapons are in there. The weapon wheel pops up. You can use those. So that's pretty cool. So that's about all that I wanted to talk about with WWE 2K20 and the review of the game and what I think of it. Do I think this is a game that you should buy? I will tell you first and foremost right now. What I think you should do is be a consumer, right? Decide for yourself. I'm not going to say, oh, buy this. This is 5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. No, I'm not going to do that. What I will say is buy it for the features that you want in the game. I didn't even talk about Showcase. Now that I'm just thinking about it. But Showcase is definitely in the game. It is definitely a thing. And the reason I didn't talk about it is because it's not a major mode for me. With Showcase, you play it. There's a story. 4 horsewomen relive their matches, relive their career. Again, that's not for me. I think that's for the casual people or people who watch WWE and maybe pick up this game. They're like, oh, I'll kind of play this game. And then Showcase relive some of that. So there's my Showcase stuff. So let me just talk about the modes. If you like this, you should definitely buy it. I would say MyCareer is pretty awesome. It's great. If you like 2K19, MyCareer has this deep story. You go through all this stuff. There's a lot of awesome cutscenes, a lot of fun, crazy stuff. You're going as a male, you're going as a female. You're doing it all this year, and it's fun. MyCareer definitely is something you want to play when you get this game. The original stuff. I love the original stuff. I love the wacky stuff. I love the off-the-wall stuff. And if you love that kind of thing, you're going to love originals. So, you know, you have the zombies, you have the swamp, you have all the crazy stuff you can do in there, the weapons, unlockables, all that stuff. If you like that kind of thing, it's your thing. The towers. If you enjoyed the towers last year, there's a whole bunch more towers to do this year. So that's definitely going to be something you're going to love. Universe mode is much of the same. Creation is much of the same. Online didn't get to play. And then those gameplay bugs that I mentioned. So again, if I was going to buy the game, if I was going to use my consumer brain and decide, do I want to buy this game? Now, MyCareer is great. The original stuff is good. There's some hit detection, collision, new controls. There's all this stuff. So use what I said and decide if you actually want to buy this game. Use your big brain, because I know you guys got a big brain. Use that brain. Decide if you want to get this game. Literally, it's up to you. Decide for yourselves. Don't listen to me. I'll tell you what I think. I would think, honestly, if I was going to give this game, I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. I'd give 2K19 a 7 out of 10 probably. I don't know. I think 2K19 was one of the best in the series, of the 2K series, right? From 2K series, I'd say 2K19 was one of the best. But I will say 2K20, it feels like they have some issues. When Ukes left and they tried to figure it out and get it to work, but some of the stuff just didn't come together at the end of the day. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to end it. Let me know what you guys think about all this, the unboxing, the review, this super long video that I'm putting up today, but that's where we're going to end it today. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoy this. Sound off in the comment section. And as always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy. We'll see you in another video.